Take one. Hi there, welcome to Phase Drive Vlogs. Today we're just doing a little bit of an update on our previous iMac Pro video way back in February 2019, 18 months ago. So before we get started, a little reminder, don't forget to subscribe down the bottom. We do weekly videos on audio production, video production, editing, photography, kit, gear, reviews, all sorts of wonderful stuff. So subscribe and get the automatic updates. So we thought today we'd just do a little bit of an update on the iMac Pro, which we looked at back in February 2019. So when we looked at it last, we hadn't made a great deal of use of the connectivity, and part of the reason we bought the iMac Pro was the performance and the kind of compact nature of it, which is a bit of a double-edged sword, but we'll come to that later. But now we've got to the point when we've maxed out, we've used all the connection ports and just want to talk through what we connected to it, so you can see where we're going. So we're still running Cubase projects with it. It's still absolutely fine. We're getting nowhere near its limit, and doing plenty of photography stuff and a little bit of video stuff with it, but it's so far it's barely put a foot wrong. Certainly one of the things I think that's great about Mac OS is you never get the good old blue screen of death like you do with Windows, and you know, having been through a few of those, I don't miss that. It does, you know, a couple of times it has sort of needed rebooting in recovery mode and you know, running some first aid on it, but it soon gets back on its feet and it doesn't take very long to get it sorted. So you know, I'm still a big fan of Mac OS, and you know, it still works really well. So performance wise, it's still up there. My only complaint would be that it's a sealed unit. In order to open it up, you have to take this screen off, which is glued on. So you know, I don't know how dusty and messy it's getting in there. You know, to keep sort of air blowing it out, but you know, I'm trusting the fact that it's designed well and it doesn't, you know, get clogged up with dust. The temperature, which I use this Tunabelly software for. TG Pro is a really good app for monitoring temperature on various temperature sensors. It usually runs, when I'm pushing it, it runs, you know, 50, 60, maybe 70 degrees when it's doing a really heavy Cubase project. Apart from that, it chuns along about 40 degrees. So it's not showing any signs of overheating, so I'm trusting that. But yes, it would be nice if it had an access port in the back that you could unscrew, blow everything clear, put it back on, but you can't. So the only way of doing that, which is my frustration, is to send it off to someone to get it serviced, and that is a long and expensive process. So I'm probably not going to do that until I get to the point when I'm going to put even more RAM in it. So there's currently 64 gig, and I might upgrade that at some point. So that's the only sort of downside, is it's a sealed unit. We've basically got all the Thunderbolt 3 ports used and all the USB 3 ports. So the Thunderbolt 3 stuff is mainly the kind of heavy duty stuff like the screens. So the two screens are connected, Akitio disk array down below, which is now currently a 21 terabyte array, which basically replicates all our Dropbox stuff. We've got this CalDigit hub attached for all this, what I call the minor stuff, so like the keyboard, various bits and pieces, and the USB 3 is mainly things like the Cubase dongle and a couple of small 1 terabyte SSDs, external SSDs, which we use for plugins. So one's for all the Spitfire stuff, which is some of which is huge, and one's for all the other bits and pieces. And we find they just run really well, and they free up some space from the internal disk, which is only a terabyte. The other thing that's attached to USB 3 is the Steinberg UR44C interface. And I've again found that to be really good, really fantastic. So the stuff that's attached to the CalDigit hub is the Native Instruments keyboard. We've also got the Magic trackpad, and this I keep plugged in with the cable, so it's always going to respond quicker. It just keeps it charged, and I'll swap it over if one of the others, the keyboard or the mouse, need charging up. We've also got this little I think it's a Yottamaster 2.5-inch disk array. It's got 2 drives in there, and that basically houses our Time Machine backup. So that just sits there plundering away, backing up. Also got this lovely old, I think it's an OWC enclosure. I can't remember what the name of the DVD drive is, but we wanted a DVD drive so we can burn stuff if we need it, and that just serves our purpose. But that's going into the hub, and also the printers attached to that. We've made good use of the connectivity. We probably could connect a few more bits and pieces, but you know, I think we've got most of what we need attached. So yeah, it's proved really good, and the connectivity is useful. Obviously, in an ideal world, oh look at that, sorry about the weather, the rain lashing against the window. We're not in summer anymore. In an ideal world, I would drop some money on the new Mac Pro because it's much more modular and accessible, but there's no real need at the moment. This is working perfectly fine, and you know, I'm happy to continue with the iMac Pro. And like I say, for Cubase, it's been absolutely spot on. I've got nowhere near maxing it out. I've done some pretty heavy-duty projects, and we run our projects now at 96 kHz, 32-bit float. Doesn't drop a stitch. It is just rock solid. So yeah, it's been a really good machine for Cubase and plenty of other stuff. Really quick, no problems with it. So yeah. Will we attach more stuff to it? Well, I can probably get a bit more out of the Cal Digit, but we've got pretty much everything we need running, so it's fine. So yeah, hope that was of interest and helpful, and we'll catch you on the next vlog. So coming up, we've got some vlogs, some testing vlogs on some new speaker IRs, speaker cab IRs, and amp sims. And also some comparisons between real pedals and software pedals. So keep an eye on that, and we've also got plenty of photographic and video related stuff coming up, so keep an eye on the channel, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.